In this video, we are going to discuss about third act and summary of Othello, written by William Shakespeare. The act begins with a bit of comic relief. A clown is mincing word with a few musicians, then has a little wordplay with Cassio, who bids the clown to go and see if Desdemona will speak with him. Iago enters and Cassio tells him that he means to speak to Desdemona so that she may clear answer with Othello, and Emilia comes out and bids Cassio to come and speak with Desdemona about the tarnished reputation. Othello is unlike other Shakespearean drama in that there is a scarcity of comic relief which only appears briefly at the beginning of the short scene. Even Hamlet had Polonius and the gravedigger to lighten up certain scenes, but in Othello there is no relief from the tragedy that unfolds it. Also, there are no subplot running through Othello as in Shakespeare's play. Both of these differences make Othello one of the Shakespeare's most focused and intense tragedies. The minor comic relief that is present is reminiscent of Fritz's wit in the Twelfth Night. As in Twelfth Night, a man entreats a servant to fetch someone hither and but since the servant is a clown and there is a bit of frustration and wordplay before anything is done. The full figure receives money, then goes to do his bidding, and there is a common setup for comic relief. However, the clown in Othello does not reappear. He has less personality than Fest, and if only because he gets a brief appearance. Cassio seems to be one of the only honest people in the play. He discloses his plans, his thoughts, and his concern to Iago, omitting the little or nothing. It is therefore ironic that he refers to Iago as honest, since Iago is complete opposite of everything of Cassio. By this point, honest has become tainted by over-associated with Iago, and it has no simple meaning and is watchword for shady dealings. Othello gives Iago some letters that need to be delivered back to Venice, which Iago in turn supposed to give up ship's pilot who is sailing back to Venice. Desdemona decides that she wants to advocate for Cassio. She tells Emilia so that he believes Cassio is a good person and has been wrong in the case. She pledges to do everything she can to persuade her husband to reinstate Cassio. Cassio speaks with her briefly but leaves just Othello enters because he does not wish for a confrontation. Iago seizes on the opportunity to play on Othello's insecurities and make Cassio exist on guilty and discriminating. Othello then speaks to Desdemona, and Desdemona expresses her concern for Cassio. She is persistent in his suit, which Othello is too pleased about. Othello says that he will humor her, and the subject drops for a while. Iago then plays on Othello's insecurities about Desdemona and gets Othello to believe through insinuation, and there is something going on between Desdemona and Cassio. Othello seizes on this, and Iago works at building up his suspicion. Othello begins to doubt his wife as Iago lets her insinuation to gain the gain the force of accusation against her. Othello begins to voice his insecurities when it comes to Desdemona and himself as well. Desdemona enters and they have a brief conversation. Othello admits that he is troubled and though he will not state the cause.